So, a funny thing happened, and I thought I would share, and then I would get your insight. I have been doing drop-off laundry service for the past easily 7 years. And that entails bagging up my clothes, everything, underwear, blankets, rugs, everything that needs to be washed goes to drop-off service. Obviously, I bag them separately depending on what needs to be washed, but everything goes to the laundry service. Now, from time to time, I will wash my own laundry if time permits, but I have been doing drop-off laundry service for the past at least 7 years. And that's not even something that I knew existed. My sister hit me to that. Anyway, here's the story. Last week, I went to pick up a bag of laundry. I was considering if it was two. It was only one. I went to pick up a bag of laundry. And my father, who brought me to the laundromat, came in behind me and asked if he could use the bathroom. And the guy quickly responded, "Oh no, the bathroom is broken." I am not, disclaimer, throwing that out there, I am not mad at that response because I get it. You don't know what people are into. You got to protect your establishment. So because I have that mindset, I'm just like, oh no, he's with me. And he doubled down. No, the bathroom is broken. Again, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because by now I've been going to you, the same establishment, for minimally 7 years. I gave him the benefit of the doubt and I was like, okay, well, maybe the bathroom really is broken. I figured that he didn't remember my dad because my dad and I used to go in and do our laundry together when we lived a little bit closer because, I lived in that area at one point. And then my dad, when he was looking to buy his home, came and stayed with me in the general area and we would go in and do our laundry. But that was years ago. That was probably 3 years ago. And I said, there's no way he remembers my dad. So I'm just like, he don't know if this man just walked off the street. He don't know what's going to happen in his bathroom. So he's protecting his business. I am not mad at you for that. So anyway, some other random guy in the facility, more than likely doing his laundry, was like, oh no, the bathroom's not broken. It's right here. The key is right here. And you gotta love when people just not involved in the situation snitch. That really just made my day. But it made me mad because I'm like, why you lying? So I was still gonna let it go because my dad had walked out. He was over it. But then he just started getting real nasty for no reason at all. So now this is where I guess I got to give you a little bit of a backstory. So when I walked into the establishment, because I've been doing this so long, he was occupied otherwise, and it was a Sunday, I believe. Yeah, it was a Sunday because we were going on a beach trip. It was a Sunday, and there was nobody behind the desk. And I just picked up one of the tickets to fill out my name, my phone number, and then he would go in, weigh it, and, tell me how much I owe based on the weight. When he came, he took somebody ahead of me, but I just let that go because I don't even think he realized because he was doing his own thing. So I'm just like, you know what? Rock out, brother. So he finally decides he's coming to me now, and he's picking up my laundry like we all good, and he gonna weigh it and fill in the ticket. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm taking my laundry back home. He got so nasty about his stinking little ticket. He's like, all right, give my ticket. And I had already filled it out. That made my day that I had filled it out because, like, you really going ham over your little funky ticket? Like, what do you think I want your ticket for? Do you think I'm selling laundry tickets on the street corner as a side hustle? Do you think I want it as a souvenir? Anyway, this is where the story gets funny because I left. I took back my laundry. I did not drop it off. I picked up the bag that I went to pick up, And I did not drop off the fresh laundry or the new laundry that I wanted them to wash. Because I said, nobody treats me like that. Do y'all know who I am? There's 1 million wash and fold laundry places all over this place. I'm going to find a new one. Although I will say, I have been down this road before. And I really do love how these people do my laundry, which is why I go out of my way to go there, because the other places that I have gone to do not do justice to my laundry. But there have been new laundromats that have opened since I did this before. So I left and brought my laundry back home. And today is Tuesday, so we're 2 days later. So I went to pick up my meds from the pharmacy, and I went to this new laundromat that I saw opened. As soon as I walked in, it said twin size blankets, $15, queen, $20, king, $25, or something like that. So I'm like, there has to be more to it than this. It can't just be the actual price. There's more to the story than this. So I called the lady over and I was like, hey, what this mean? Because even at the place that I go to, they have a price where if you drop off a blanket by itself, it's much higher than if you drop off the blanket in your laundry bag. So I was like, okay, tell me what these prices mean. She was like, okay, twin blanket, $15, queen blanket, $20, king blanket, $25. And I was like, that mean if I drop it off alone, right? Or does that mean if it's inside the laundry bag? She was like, oh no, it's the price. Like if it's inside the laundry bag, we take it out. We charge you the individual price, and then we weigh your laundry. So I was like, okay. And then I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't even know how much they charge per pound to wash clothes at the place that I went to. But I asked out of curiosity at this new place, and they said it was $1.40. But at that time, I didn't know, like when I went there, I didn't know like if that was high or low, because I didn't know what they were charging. All I knew was that it was reasonable. When I went, my laundry was always like $35 to $40. So I didn't know, like if the blanket price wasn't so astronomical, I would have dropped off my laundry. So anyway, needless to say, I left because I knew for certain. And that's another thing. I typically don't even know whether or not there's a blanket in my laundry. I just drop it off and I'm just like, charge me afterwards. Because at my place, if there's a blanket in your laundry, it's only an additional $6, which I think is very reasonable, because you cannot tell me that a blanket alone costs $25 to wash. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You put the blanket in the washing machine with all the other clothes and wash it. Then you put it in the dryer. Yes, you're going to have to dry it a little bit longer, but not $25 worth. Absolutely not. So this is the part of the story gets juicy. So I took my laundry bag, and you know, I just went right back to that place with my tail tucked between my legs. The only saving grace is that I already know that the owners, because that was a person who was nasty to me, one of the owners, they leave like 6 o'clock or so. So I went like 6:30, and it's like the evening staff there. And you know, just to make myself feel better, I vented a little to the evening staff, like, oh, you know, that guy is nasty. But apparently it's an overall consensus. And this is something I knew, because I've heard people complain before. But it makes sense. It makes sense now. Their prices are unbeatable, so they could be nasty. I guess I'm just gonna have to smile in their face and take their nasty behavior for some cheap laundry. Because you know what? They do a great job with my laundry. I might lose a few pieces every now and again, but that's no different than when I lose my own laundry when I do it myself. My clothes smell like it's actually washed. They fold it nicely. So, lesson learned. Just take the bad treatment, suck it up, Smile a wave. Smile a wave.